Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Making another video here, and in today's video, what I'm hoping to highlight is just the specifics of the line of guppy that I'm currently focusing on. So these right here, this one right up front, and you can see the other one right at the top right hand corner, these two lovely large ladies are some of the bigger guppies I have seen, we'll say, in recent history. It's hard to have scale, but they're well over, an inch. I would say closer to maybe 2 inches, that bigger one on bottom. Which I know is not like any record or anything like that, but it's bigger than your average guppy if you ask me. And so that's one of the things that I'm hoping to be able to reliably produce in the line of guppies that I am currently breeding. Is just a really nice size. These, like I said, are called Tuxedo koi guppies. So you can see the nice red on their face. Interestingly, it's cool, one female here has like the same color eyes as her face, and then the other one over here has black eyes. And you can see they have darker coloration towards the back, towards their tail, and then nice shorter pink tails with some black in there. I think probably I'd like the more solid coloration, but that sunburst effect is nice. So we'll see what the babies produce. I'm only about 1 to 2 generations in with these guys. So this is really early stages that I'm showing. And then in the back, this is one variation. It's not a Tuxedo koi, but shares virtually the same pink color that I'm hoping to hybridize, but I also have the male version of that line. So really it's two different specific lines, but the same color. And so I'm hoping to be able to work with that in some way. So these are the females that I'm working with right now. Then we'll move over to, skip a tank or two. Here's the male guppies, okay? You can see one of them, he's very hungry. Even though I fed them twice today already. And it's only not quite 4 o'clock. So, you can see they have nice top fin there, nice dorsal fin, but not too big. That's what I'm looking for. Something that's eye-catching. I really like the coloration of these guys, but not something that you're worried about not aging well. So these solid color males are the line specific of the sort of albino looking female that I showed you just a moment ago. Okay. And that highlighter color, I mean, hopefully I'm kind of capturing it for you in the video, but in person it is just, especially if you have a planted tank, it's stunning. It's very, very very bright. Then let me see if I can show you in the back here. I have other videos that'll probably show it better. He's not in the mood today. Apparently the other 2 males are just distracted. But I do have one of the line of what you would call the Tuxedo koi guppies, the male back there. I know I'm failing you right now miserably. I'll give up here in a sec before. Anyway, they're back there, he is virtually like the female, so he's the same exact highlighter color, but he has a black body and a red face, kind of like the females. And that's who we currently have the babies of. So again, you put a camera up in front and all of a sudden they all disappear. So you can see the babies back there. You can see all of the minnows, the little tiny fry. These are the newest born batch. born in the last couple days, I would say. Most of them, a lot of them born today. Not all of them, about half of them. So then the idea is, as the fry in this tank grow big enough, we'll move them over to this tank. Okay. And then they'll grow to big enough sizes to where you can tell male, female, and then we'll continue to just sex them out. Put the males in this tank, females all the way down there, and then this tank, as it empties, would be the tank where you're plucking, or where I'm plucking, you know, the very specific male or female that I want traits from. Oh, here we go. Here's that koi male. Oh, and of course he's gonna run away the second I bring the camera over. You saw him for a second there though, right? I'm not losing my mind. Anyway, this would be the tank where then, you know, once it empties out, which will take, I would say, a week or two, is where I would pull out the specific male-female pair to breed, and then, you know, separate them back out, because I have had issues already with males pestering the females to the point where, you know, they're just exhausted. So I do like to rest the females already. I've run into that, and so I'm pretty careful, you know, with just making sure to pace it, because honestly I've had no trouble with getting a ton of babies already, and so it's not that big of a deal for me to just pause for a second and let them grow out, really focus on water changes and feeding them right, getting lots of live baby brine and quality, you know, flake food, powder food, and yeah. I do fortunately have really high TDS and you know, hardness for the water. So while you will see that I use some easy shrimp and snail currently in there, I mean, I've used a few different kinds, but something to add a little bit of, you know, because guppies love that hard water, you know, but it's generally, as long as I'm just running it off of gravel specifically, I don't have any trouble maintaining great water conditions naturally for guppies. Now, some soft water species, like you can see in here, you know, one of the mountain cloud minnows that I have, and this is one of the things I'm not afraid to show. So I'm starting to think this might have something to do with the line of CPDs that I have. These are really the oldest of a really long line of CPDs that I've had for a while, and there's only 3 left. I've decided not to breed them at all, because all of them, and of course he's kind of down in there that you can't see, while they're gorgeous, all of them end up getting that sort of white, I don't know, infection or something on their tail. And no matter what kind of antibiotic, there's the other 2 you can see skirting around in there. No matter what kind of antibiotic I've used, or salt treatment or anything like that, I mean, yeah, it's just been very difficult to treat. And the other, you know, thing that makes me wonder if it's not just a line thing, is like it's never transferred to any, you know, fish in my fish room at all. Now, each tank is its own system, like, so they are separate. If there was a disease, it would be easy to contain it, as long as I'm careful with like my equipment and stuff. But it's never, like I said, like I've never gotten that transferred to a guppy or over to my 75 gallon. It's only happened to my CPDs. It's never gone to my axelrodies or my ember tetras or my chili rasboras or my mountain cloud. Like, it's just never gone any other place. So I'm just trying to give these guys the best life at this point, and then probably either move this tank into being another step tank for guppies, or, you know, focus on some, you know, shrimp but that's the plan for this tank. So anyway, that's back to guppies, the whole point of the video. Since this guy is the one who seems to want all the attention, I'll close on him because he is gorgeous. Next, point for me with the guppies is really breeding this male with the albino female that I showed you at the beginning of this video, and then I'll have those babies line bred to play with at that point, and then go from there. So I hope you have a good rest of your day, and enjoy hopefully keeping and breeding fish as much as I do, and obviously if there's comments or questions, let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching.